got a reason why I work for myself as opposed to working for a boss. Number one, the stuff that I do and say here on the internet can and will get me fired if I work for a boss. Number two, I don't like being told what to do from another humanity, especially a race that's short of grabbing its own shit and throwing it at each other. I do not listen to people that tell me what to do. Let's see, number three, a few years ago, a lot of these jobs, even though they're not requiring it now, but a lot of these jobs were requiring that I go and change and alter my DNA and change into another species and get medically jabbed up. Nothing's going in my fucking body. And those of you that have been watching my content the past few years, you know, nothing goes in my fucking body, and I speak highly against wearing, well, number four, a muzzle over my face. Some workplaces, like, this month we're bringing back the mask. Oh, we don't have to wear it again. Oh, we're bringing back the mask again, even though it's not a law anywhere, but, companies are still doing this shit. And then that brings me back to number one, that boss that wants to tell me or you what to do. I have a problem with a fucking authority. I got a problem with people telling me what to do. And you know that especially during the whole pandemic, the bosses that love to tell people what to do were basically smacking their fucking selves off, running around telling everybody, put that thing on over your face, wear it properly, this, that. It gave the Karens and the Kevins and the Kens and whatever the fuck the male version of Karen is, it gave them the chance in life to go around and tell people to put a muzzle on their face. And to feel powerful while doing it. I saw kids getting in trouble at the grocery stores from their parents punishing them and yelling at them and telling that they're going to get their PlayStations taken away when they get home if they don't put that thing back up on their face. The fifth reason why I don't do any kind of manual labor where I work for another person, I'll work for myself again, is because, time limits. They want something done by a specific time period, and, I don't really like time restrictions put over me. I don't live in time, man. Just like the famous Tommy Chong said in their old cassette tapes. I don't live in the time, man. People like lots of stress. People like time restraints. People like to be told what to do. I don't. It's just, me. Just because I don't like to be told what to do doesn't mean you don't. You might like jobs. You might like to work. You might like to do these things. Don't go doing things that I do because I'm comfortable doing them and you love the look at my level of comfort. That's me. That's 20 plus years of seeking within spiritually and finding comfort within myself no matter what situation I'm in. Well, working for somebody else, you don't have the time to do that. I spent many years getting yelled at different jobs by different people, even friends at jobs. Friends that were friends first and then let me go and clean up a spot at a job and I didn't do it as fast and supposedly their kids could have done it better. Well, then why don't you have your fucking kids do it? Don't you pull me in so that you could see that I'm in control of myself and you're probably some fucking Illuminati soldier that's just at the lowest fucking levels and making sure that I get pulled into the fucking rat race. I see who the fuck yous are. Yous get tons of fucking money and spend it real quick because you're not allowed to be at our level and live around us and have money. You have to make sure that as soon as you get your $17,000, $18,000 doing this deal, you got to spend it on new couches, new this, new that, new everything, and you drive your fucking wives insane. I've seen it. I get it. It's part of like your little Illuminati contract where you're not really allowed to shine higher than a certain tier or degree. But you're allowed to live extremely free within that tier. I get it. Reason number 6, there's too many sheep in a workplace. I don't get along with many people these days because the conversations that I have are different than the conversations of, the TV. That's what it is. There's conversations of people that are really waking up. Then there's the woke crowd, which are a little bit Sounds like they're almost barely scratching surfaces, but just enough to be angry. And then there's the sleeping sheeping crowd. I have no ability to lower my IQ anymore. I just don't want to lower my IQ to conversate with people whose conversations are based off of a network that I'm not attached to. And number 7, working for myself, I get to do whatever I want as long as I'm within the law. That's it. 7 good fucking reasons why I do not. And I think there was one part where I went back to reason number 1, which really wasn't about any of it. Reason number 2 is about a bad boss. Reason number 1 was just, well, rewatch the video if you want to see reason number 1. Stuff I do and say here on the internet can and will get me fired from jobs. Why? Because there's sheep that work at jobs. There's sheep that are your bosses. There's sheep that have opinions. There's sheep that have been carefully trained to be stupid and to look at any of us that use our fucking brains as a threat. And if they happen to be your boss, they're going to treat you accordingly. They're going to make your life hell. I don't want to ever find a dependency on a job working for another person or company. I've already lost 3/4 of the people that used to be my crowd because, well, I kept on waking up, kept on trying to change habits in my life, and, well, they were in the same place. It's funny, as I walked away, they've improved. Maybe I was keeping them down. Maybe they were dependent upon my energy. That's the thing. A job, if I became the best at it, would be dependent upon how well of a job, because I do a damn good job at whatever it is I do. That's why I've had haters at every job that I've ever worked. You name it. But I do a damn good job. If I'm supposed to take this cap and put it on this thing right here and twist it 3 times and then move it to the left, I'll be the best at it. And then one day, when Mr. Ego or Ms. Ego, whoever it is that's supposed to be in charge of me, the sheep that's in charge of me, decides to fucking rub me the wrong way, I walk off the job, that whole job goes down the drain. I don't want to destroy companies. I've already destroyed many. And those are companies that had it coming. Ones that are no longer opening up. That's my side gig. Snapping my fingers and smiting companies and smiting statues and smiting big giant rocks that tell us that they're going to depopulate us, smiting people on 9/11 memorial grounds, smiting 87-year-old philanthropists. And the last thing we need to do is get you Archon bosses that like to energy harvest feed off of us, dropping like flies in the workplace because of me. I'd rather use drop in the workplace because of your stupid decisions that you made medically, not because of me. I'll never wear a fucking mask. I don't care if you're paying me $150,000 a fucking year. I'm not going to wear a fucking mask, and I'm never going to allow you to be something that I depend on. If there's anything I've learned in life, do not depend on another person for shit.